of January 2024 right here in the beautiful Cayman Islands. We do hope and we trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable evening. Those of you who are on the roads of the Cayman Islands, we urge you to please be extremely cautious, whether you're a pedestrian, a cyclist, or if you're operating any type of motorized vehicle. Ensure that you observe the rules of the road. Remember, the life you save may just be your own. At around 6:30 this morning, there was a vehicular accident in the area near to the Spots Newlands Junction on the Shamrock Road side, not on the Rex Crichton Drive side, but Shamrock Road Drive. That caused traffic to be backed up considerably all the way to the Savannah Primary School. Like I said, that was around about 6:25, 6:30 this morning. Not sure if that has continued to affect traffic coming west towards town, but just letting you know that took place as well. We also want to remind other road users, in particular pedestrians walking in the dark, as well as cyclists and those persons now who are operating those electrical scooters as well. Firstly, if at all possible, wear light colored clothing or some sort of reflective vest, or even a light that can clip on to your clothing so that you are visible to other road users, walkers, cyclists, and those other individuals who are using means of transportation that are faster, allow you to go faster than you can walk or run, but not as fast as automobiles and other motorcycles. Those electrical bikes that many, many people use now to go to work, especially we see them quite a bit on the 7-mile stretch of of Grand Cayman, but also in other areas as well. You need to protect yourselves. The way that we see some people operating on the roads is as if they don't care about their lives. They are just simply carefree. But even if you don't care about your safety and your life, and even when an accident may occur and it is your fault, the other individual or individuals involved in that accident, they can be traumatized by the event as well. So while you may think that you're the only person affected by an accident, that is not necessarily the case. So if you're a jogger, if you're a walker, wear reflective clothing, light clothing, or if you have any lights that you can clip onto you, please do that as well. You are helping yourself and you are helping other road users as well. For those of you who have lost loved ones, we want to extend our sincere condolences to you. We hope and we trust that your faith will help to carry you through these extremely challenging times, and that the memories of your loved ones will be a blessing to you. Those of you who are ill and are either at home or at a medical facility here in the Cayman Islands, we wish you a speedy recovery. Those who are celebrating a birthday today, or if you have celebrated one over the past few days, we want to wish you a happy birthday as well. And now we take this opportunity to remind you that the For the Record birthday shout-outs are brought to you by Pizza Boat. They are now open in Queens Court and West Bay Road. So, folks, hop on board the Pizza Boat Express, because Pizza Boat, they make pizza even more fun. You can pick your pizza up or have it delivered. Simply call 949-0000 or order online via www.pizzaboat.ky. The birthday shout-outs are also brought to you by Coca-Cola, proud to support your birthday shout-out. Available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga Wholesalers Accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. Also, for the record, birthday shoutouts are brought to you by Superior Auto. Superior Auto, they keep your vehicle in tune. Call 949-9570 or 525-9571. So those are the birthday shoutouts. So let's see who's celebrating a birthday today, Wednesday the 17th. We see Miss... Okay, here we got to find Miss Diane Barnett celebrating birthday today. Yep, Miss Diane Barnett celebrating her birthday. And Miss Jewel is sending some birthday greetings out as well, and I will read those to you. So she's requesting birthday greetings for her brother, Dalkeith Whitaker, also her church brother, Michael Henry, and church sisters, Nisha Miller and Tara Chang. Also, pointing out that on tomorrow the 18th would have been Sir Vassal Johnson's birthday as well, and we wanted to thank Miss Jewel for that. Also, one great American celebrity celebrating his birthday today as well. I'm going to say the man with the golden voice. What a voice that man has. Mr. James Earl Jones, an American actor. He has been described as, and I quote, one of America's most distinguished and versatile actors for his performance on stage and screen, and one of the greatest actors in American history. Of course, the Star Wars movie, you'll be familiar with that, and his voice, on there as well. Let's see what else I can share with you from Wikipedia on James Earl Jones. Goes on to say, over his career, he has received 3 Tony Awards, 2 Emmy Awards, and a Grammy Award. He was inducted into the American Theater Hall of Fame in 1985. He was honored with the National Medal of Arts in 1992, the Kennedy Center honor in 2002, the Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award in 2009, and the Honorary Academy Award in 2011. Those of you who may not know this, he suffered from a stutter in childhood. He has said that poetry and acting helped him to overcome this disability. He was a pre-med major in college. He served in the United States Army during the Korean War before pursuing a career in acting. Since his Broadway debut in Coriolanus and King Lear, Jones worked steadily in theater, winning his first Tony Award in 1968 for his role in The Great White Hope. Those of you who are around my age will remember that. When he reprised in the 1970 film adaptation, earning him Academy Award and Golden Globe nomination as well. Trying to find a part here about the Star Wars movie, because I said that I saw something that said that in hours he basically recorded those portions of Star Wars as well. So the great one and only James Earl Jones also celebrating his birthday today. The brother of Miss Jewel, Mr. Dalkeith Whitaker, her church brother, Mr. Michael Henry, her church sisters, Nisha Miller and Tara Chang. She's wishing happy birthday to all of those and reminding us that Sir Vassal Johnson's birthday will be tomorrow as well. We want to thank Miss Jewel for that, and we want to thank our sponsors for the record birthday shout-outs as well. They are Pizza Boat, who are now open in Queens Court on Westbury Road. So we urge you to hop on board the Pizza Boat Express because they make pizza even more fun. You can have your pizza delivered, or you can pick it up. Simply call 949-0000 or order online via www.pizzaboat.ky. Birthday shout-outs are also brought to you by Coca-Cola. They're proud to support your birthday shout-out. Coca-Cola, available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga wholesalers. Accept no substitute. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. For the record, birthday shout-outs are also brought to you by Superior Auto. Superior Auto, they keep your vehicle in tune. Call 949-9570 or 525-9571. We want to thank all of our sponsors for the birthday, for sponsoring this segment of the For the Record birthday shout-outs. We also have one WhatsApp message that just came in, and they want to send happiest birthday greetings to their son, Caleb, on his 12th birthday, which will be tomorrow, and we love him very much. Of course, they didn't provide us with the name. I'm not sure if these are parents or other family members, but if you want to add your name to it, so Caleb knows exactly who it's coming from, and our listening audience will know who it's coming from. If you so wish, please share that with us as well. But nevertheless, happiest birthday greetings to Caleb on his 12th birthday, which will be tomorrow as well. Folks, we're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we're going to hear a little bit. You've heard the on our bulletin board here talking about the Orchid, Cayman Islands Orchid Society, the show that is taking place on Saturday. So we're going to hear a little bit more about that. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned, especially those of you orchid lovers out there. And we understand that there are so many people involved in propagating and, rearing, we call it that, growing orchids. Beautiful, beautiful flowers, and long-lasting as well when they bloom. So we'll hear some more about orchids as well. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Albert Valentine Anderson Sr., MBE, 1904-1995.
Mr. Val was one of the first Caymanians to earn a recognized accounting qualification. He studied in Jamaica and earned the London Chamber of Commerce certification in bookkeeping in the early 1920s, when most Caymanian men went to sea. He was the second district commissioner for the Scout movement in the Cayman Islands, a position he held for some 20 years. He was the driving force between the Scouts in the 1960s and the 1970s, seeing the movement through a period of growth. For his accomplishments in scouting, he was awarded the MBE in 1980. He was a dedicated civil servant, working as an internal auditor and rising to assistant treasurer. He was the first manager of the Cayman Islands branch, Price Waterhouse and Company, one of the first international accounting firms to be established here. Husband to Alice Consuelo Ebanks Anderson and father of 6, he was well known for encouraging young men to pursue their dreams.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Register, get your clues, start your engines, find the answers. The Rotary Central Gumball Rally is just around the corner. Exciting questions, exciting answers, exciting prizes for rally car theme, rally preparation, gumball rally spirit, accuracy, and more. Find the finish line and win prizes. Saturday, February 10th. 11:30 a.m. for on-site registration. Start location, Cricket Square, Georgetown. Only $125 per car, a team of 2 to 4 persons. Pre-register for this most exciting scavenger hunt at RotaryCentralKY.com or call 936-1344 for guidance. The Rotary Central Gumball Car Rally, a fun event, not a race event. Proceeds address projects around mental health in the Cayman Islands. Rotary Central Gumball Rally, helping create hope in Cayman and the world.
You don't need to be great to start, but you sure do need to start to be great. We've all been there. The little put when we try to start the car. Starters and alternators will eventually go. When life happens to your car, Superior Auto can save your day. Superior Auto offers complete starter and alternator repair. Superior Auto, 525-9571 or 949-9570. Superior Auto, they keep your car in tune.
What's that? No sugar, same amazing taste? Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is here to stay. Classic taste, pure satisfaction. Be sure to stop into any Tortuga location and get your own case of Coke Zero. Or grab an ice cold one straight from the cooler. Brought to you by Tortuga Distributors Limited. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling, Cayman.
I love Pizza Boat. It's yummy.
It has my 2 favorite things combined, cheese and boats.
Pizza Boat makes pizza way more fun.
Hop on board the Pizza Boat Express. Kids, now Pizza Boat makes pizza even more fun. Lunch or dinner, let Pizza Boat bring the fun. Pizza Boat, a Cayman twist to pizza, bringing fusion ingredients from all over the globe to give you locally inspired fresh pizzas all day, every day. Pizza Boat, now open in Queens Court on West Bay Road. Pick up or delivery 949-0000 or order online www.pizzaboat.ky.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN money transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card, pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guest in the studio yet, but we're going to have Mr. Alfonso Wright from Celebrate Cayman will be in the studio with us later on, and he will be bringing guests. We'll be talking about National Heroes Day 2024, which will take place this coming Monday. And of course, the theme is honoring artists and creatives. And we will be talking about that as well. Miss Susan, do we have that phone link? Nothing yet. We're linking up to talk a little bit about the Orchid show that is to take place. And meanwhile, let's see what else we can share with you very quickly in terms of government notices. Okay, we do have online. So we're going to be talking about the Orchid Show, and we have the president of the Cayman Islands Orchid Society, Mrs. Farida Jefferson, on the phone lines. Ms. Jefferson, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, OC, and good morning to the wider Cayman Islands. How are you today?
I am fine. I'm fine. How are you doing?
Listen, I am excited and surrounded by a sea of color that we are bringing to Cayman on Saturday.
Okay, yeah, orchids can be so beautiful, extremely, extremely beautiful. So, well, first of all, tell us a little bit about the Orchid Society. You know what you do, and then we'll talk a little bit about the show as well.
Sure. So the Orchid Society's forefathers are people of blessed memory, such as Kirkland Nixon, Helen Hislop, Joyce Hilton. We are a non-profit organization, and we are registered under the NPO number 467. What we aim to do is to preserve and conserve local orchids, and you'll see a lot of that happening this year as we aggressively push to promote that mission that we have. And of course, what we do as our fundraiser is to sell orchids. This year, we are going to take it to a higher level than it has ever been. We welcome members from across the island, and no doubt that membership desk will be available on Saturday when people come out.
Excellent.
Yeah, for sign up. And we want to educate people on orchids, because also sometimes what happens is that people will go and they will buy an orchid, and then once it is finished blooming, it goes in the trash. So as a hobbyist of orchids, that is very, very hurtful, because if an orchid dies for us, it's like, that happens? No, we can't make that happen. So what we want to do is when people buy orchids, we want to be able to say to them, this is how you care for your orchid. So we're going to have our members on hand who are very experienced in orchid care, and we're going to be available to answer any questions, provide any guidance. And then in addition to that, we're going to ask people to please stay around, because at 10 o'clock, we are going to have a repotting class, because after you buy your orchid and it starts to grow, and because you're taking such good care of them, you need to repot them. So we're going to have repotting classes, and then at 10:30, the agriculture department is going to assist us in providing a talk, a presentation on the, pests and disease control, because you do have to make sure your orchids are taken care of, that they're pest-free. They become like your little children. You got to take good care of them. And so we're going to have that there. And also, we're going to be having supplies on hand that you can buy to assist you in the care of your orchids. But importantly, we are going to be there to assist everyone. And these are seasoned people who, will answer your questions.
Okay. And in terms of the show and the sale of orchids, the mode of payment, will it be, can you use cash, debit cards? What can people expect?
You can pay by cash and you can pay by debit card. Our admission fee is $5, and it's a contribution towards the furtherance of the mission of the Orchid Society. And we will also have a raffle. Now, OC, this raffle is the much sought after popular cattleya called Heaven's Gate. And listen, if heaven looks like that, we're all in for a good treat, right? So that is going to be the raffle, and we encourage everybody to buy a raffle ticket because that lucky winner will want to take that home. And if you feel hungry, we're going to have ala kebab there from 9:30 in the morning. So, you got to take care of your eyes and your stomach at the same time because a good filled stomach will get you to focus better on your orchids.
Okay. And any additional advice that you want to give to persons who are planning on attending?
Yeah. So come out early.
And the location also.
Yes. Bring your friends. We're doing it this year at the agriculture grounds. Everybody knows where that is at because, they're going to be having their show on February the 14th, Wednesday. That will be Ash Wednesday. We will also be having a display there at the show. And because it's good to partner. We have plants in common, right?
Right.
And we have people's passion about plants in common. And so it's going to be from 9 until 5. We're asking everybody, come out in droves, come out and support the Orchid Society because we want to take the care and the hobby of collecting orchids certainly to a higher level.
Mm-hmm. And the stock that you have, do you have enough to satisfy the demand that you're likely to get?
Listen, I hope so. But we actually have a quality of orchid that, people have not been seeing. And I think it's going to be one of those that when you see it, you're going to say, I simply cannot do without that. I have to take it with me. Osi, when you have a nice orchid around you, it's a good stress relief. You walk in your garden, whether you put it on trees, whether you have them in pots, it is the excellent stress relief. I know for me, if I feel like there's too much pressure mounting, I just take a walk in my yard. I go water them. Some people talk to their plants.
Yes.
And some even leave a radio Cayman playing for their orchids, But in terms of where do we want to go from here, we just celebrated Martin Luther King's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, his famous quote was, I have a dream.
Mm-hmm.
So we at the Orchid Society, we have a dream. We are raising funds as we seek to find a home for the Orchid Society. And of course, it doesn't come cheap, right? And so we are seeking to find a home, and especially for people to learn more about the Orchid Society. But then on the other hand of it, we have our elderly population who are very much into their orchids. One of our members is in their 90s, right? We have one also, we have them in their 80s. We have one in her late 80s, Miss Eloise Seymour, who is an avid collector of orchids. And it was a delight for me to speak yesterday to Annie Smith.
Yes, she's a lover of orchids.
Oh, yeah. She shared her passion of orchids with me. And so that is what we're trying to do. Create a place where people can congregate, speak about what it is they have in common, share a cup of coffee, and just enjoy each other's company, camaraderie, and the joy of being surrounded by these wonderful plants we call orchids.
Yep.
So we really want everybody to come out, sign up to be a member. We'll be right there. We will give you all the advice that you need. And we're going to have a lovely, lovely day.
Okay, looking forward to it. I plan on being there myself. Ms. Farida, thank you very much. All the best. And I know that you're going to get a huge response as far as attendance is concerned. Have a great day. Nice talking to you.
And thank you so much. And I want to thank my hardworking members of the Orchid Society and all of those who will come out to support us on Saturday.
Excellent. Great. Folks, top of the hour, 8 o'clock news. When we return, we will have Mr. Alfonso Wright in the studio, and I believe he will be accompanied by Mr. Darwin Ebanks as well. Don't change that dial, please. Stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
Cayman Brac, are you ready for fiber? Flow Fiber is now available island-wide across Cayman Brac. Get faster speeds and a reliable internet connection only with Flow. Visit the Flow Stake Bay store or discoverflow.co to sign up today. Flow Fiber is now available island-wide across Cayman Brac. Join Cayman Brac's only fiber network. Terms and conditions apply.
Studio time now by Foster's is 2 minutes past 8.
When you're on the go, the experienced team at Foster's Pharmacy are here to help. Drop off your prescription while you shop or WhatsApp us and we'll prepare it, ready for your arrival.
Whether you need prescription or over-the-counter medications, blood glucose testing, or advice on vitamins and supplements, we're here early in the morning to late at night. Both of our locations at our Camana Bay and airport stores are open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday to Saturday.
For more info, visit fosters.ky/pharmacy. Foster's Pharmacy. Better health because we care.
The 8 a.m. News is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Island.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. A man accused of indecent assault takes the stand in his own defense. Radio Cayman's Jevi Ebanks has the details.
Palinda Disanyaki took the stand Tuesday in Grand Court. He's facing charges of indecent assault after it is alleged he touched female passengers traveling on public buses. In his evidence in chief, Mr. Disanyaki told the court that he did touch the women on the bus, but not in the manner alleged. He said that in the packed bus, it was impossible for his upper arm not to be touching those close to him, but says he did not grab the woman's breast. He also admits to stroking the lady's legs, but says before and after that moment, she was smiling, and he took the smiling as flirtation. Mr. Disanyaki is represented by Keith Myers, and the Crown's case is brought by Alexander Barber. Jevi Ebanks, Radio Cayman News.
The case continues today and is expected to be completed by the end of the week. In other news, the Central Caribbean Marine Institute and project partner Dr. John Bruno from the University of North Carolina have wrapped up a 2-year coral restoration research project that was investigating how a certain type of corals with genetic makeups respond to climate change-related stress. Both the lab-based and field studies found no one coral genotype clearly displayed all desirable characteristics that would be linked to resilience. Instead, some showed higher resistance to coral disease but lower thermal tolerance, whereas others displayed higher thermal tolerance and less bleaching, but slower growth rates or lower disease resistance.
And it really speaks to the how critically important information like what we've obtained from this grant is. We really need to know how to improve our restoration practices, how to select genotypes that will be resilient in future warming events, and really how to improve the efficacy of coral restoration. I think we've got a lot to learn, but this grant really illustrates the kind of work I think we need to do.
The project, which is supported by Resembid, funded by the European Union, and implemented by Expertise France, shows that preserving the diversity of genetics within coral restoration projects is crucial. Building this into coral restoration practices is, quote, likely to be the best and only way to increase the resilience of coral reef restoration efforts. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which takes us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller.
BBC News with Emily Thomas. Pakistan has recalled its ambassador to Iran in response to a deadly missile and drone attack on its territory. Tehran's envoy has also been blocked from returning to Islamabad. The Pakistani Foreign Ministry called the attack a blatant breach of its sovereignty. China's population has dropped for the second year in a row by more than 2 million people. That's double the decline in 2022. An increase in deaths has been linked to the coronavirus pandemic. There was also a fall in the birth rate. Medicines for hostages in Gaza have arrived in Egypt from Qatar. The consignment will be transferred to the territory under an agreement between Israel and Hamas. Russian police have clashed with protesters angered by the jailing of a rights activist in the Republic of Bashkortostan. Fail Asinov had been sentenced to 4 years in a penal colony after a court found him guilty of inciting ethnic hatred. He was accused of insulting migrants at a protest against plans to mine for gold. The Ukrainian foreign minister says his country's priority for this year is to gain air superiority over Russia. Dmytro Kuleba said control over the skies would define when and how the war would end. Sri Lanka's Supreme Court has revoked a presidential pardon given to the former MP Tuminda Silva, who was convicted of murdering a rival politician in 2011. The judge said there was no legal basis for the pardon. Opposition parties in the Comoros Islands have asked for this week's presidential poll to be declared void because of alleged fraud. There have been angry protests since the incumbent, Azali Assoumani, was declared the winner on Monday. Hundreds of flights have been cancelled at airports across Germany as the country braces for severe winter weather conditions. Frankfurt Airport, Germany's busiest, cancelled half of the flights scheduled for Wednesday. World News from the BBC.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
You don't sound too good there, Bobo.
Yeah, you know how it is. If the kids back in school, every other week they coming out with something, and then I catch it.
Sound like it catch you. But for real, brother, flu season is here and COVID is still around. You gotta stock up on things like medicine, vitamins, and minerals for you and the kids. You know what they say, prevention is better than cure.
At ValueMed, our pharmacists can help manage flu symptoms and provide guidance on vitamins and minerals to best support you and your family's overall health. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Town, or WhatsApp your questions and prescription refills to ValueMed on Walkers Road at 926-1662 or WhatsApp ValueMed in Town at 916-5511. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Register, get your clues, start your engines, find the answers. The Rotary Central Gumball Rally is just around the corner. Exciting questions, exciting answers, exciting prizes for rally car theme, rally preparation, gumball rally spirit, accuracy, and more. Find the finish line and win prizes Saturday, February 10th. 11:30 a.m. for on-site registration. Start location, Cricket Square, Georgetown. Only $125 per car, a team of 2 to 4 persons. Pre-register for this most exciting scavenger hunt at RotaryCentralKY.com or call 936-1344 for guidance. The Rotary Central Gumball Car Rally, a fun event, not a race event. Proceeds address projects around mental health in the Cayman Islands. Rotary Central Gumball Rally, helping create hope in Cayman and the world.
You know, as a little girl, I dreamt of traveling to faraway places and foreign lands. I tell you what though, no more dreaming. I'm going flying with Cayman Airways. How blessed are we in the Cayman Islands to have a very own national airline? Girl, you can fly to so many international destinations without the hassle of connecting flights. On top of Jamaica, Cuba, and Honduras, you got non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, and even Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, and child, they now have Barbados. Going to be a little cafe con leche and Hollywood Squares for this old gal.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering non-stop flights for non-stop adventures in Panama, LA, and many more places in between. For details and to book, call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
Hi, I'm Wardley Connolly, a flow technician and a member of the Flow family. Every day, myself and other members from Flow team are out in the community working to better serve you. We are expanding our network and growing the fiber family daily. As we upgrade fiber optic throughout the communities, we are committed to ensure a better, more reliable internet experience to everyone across the entire islands. I'm inviting you to join Cayman's largest and most reliable internet. Visit one of our stores near you or go online to discover flow.ky. We look forward to serving you.
Pleasant good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 82 degrees. Relative humidity is 82%. The barometric pressure 30.03 inches and rising. The wind is out of the northeast at 10 knots. Overnight low temperature was 78 degrees. Synopsis indicate moderate northeasterly winds and seas are expected across the Cayman area in association with a high-pressure system over the southeast United States. Satellite images show a few low-level clouds across the northwest Caribbean. Now, the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today and tonight is calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers. Temperatures today will be in the mid-80s and will dip to the mid-70s tonight. Winds will be east to northeast 10 to 15 knots, and seas will be moderate with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. Low tide will be this morning at 8:56, high tide this afternoon at 2:37, and a low tide again tonight at 9:41. The sun will set this evening at 8 minutes past 6 and will rise tomorrow morning at 3 minutes after 7. And the outlook is calling for light northeasterly winds and seas from Friday morning as a cold front is expected to drift to the Yucatan Channel. And that's the very latest on your weather report.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
And by National Road Safety. Be empowered. Help make our roads safe. Take the road to zero. Say no more to road fatalities in 2024.
Good morning once again. Let's take a look this time at traffic. Coming from the east, traffic is steady on Shamrock Road and continuing on Crew Road. Expect steady traffic as well. And traffic steady but flowing coming off of Bobby Thompson Way and Huldah Avenue, steady traffic. On the West Bay Road and Father Ritz, traffic is moderate in both directions and traffic flowing moderately on Edward Street. Shedden Road looking pretty good. Coming from the West Bay four-way stop, light to moderate traffic flow as well as on Owen Roberts Drive. On the Linford Pearson Highway, of course, traffic is heavy. Expect some delays. And that's what's happening on your roads. Join us again at about 10 minutes after 12. We'll give you another traffic outlook. Have a good morning and buckle up.
From boat days to beach gatherings, leave the catering to Subway. Choose from small and large sandwich platters, double meat wrap platters, and top it off with optional cookie platters for dessert. Or ask about our Subway box to go with the option of 6-inch or foot-long sandwich, 1 cookie, and 1 bag of chips. For all occasions and celebrations, let Subway focus on the food so you can focus on the fun. Visit subway.ky for catering options. Subway. Eat fresh.
Speeding is the highest cause of fatalities on Cayman's roads.
Brother, watch how fast my new car goes. Got it.
But what if
he hadn't been speeding?
His friends hadn't been encouraging him.
What if we all just took the time to slow down and think? What if, as a community, we rose to the challenge of keeping our roads safe?
What if we all walked the road to zero
and decided no more in 2024?
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
And by National Road Safety. Be empowered. Help make our roads safe. Take the road to zero. Say no more to road fatalities in 2024.
Aussie Fusion.
Monday to Thursday.
10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Fridays. Radio Cayman.
Biggest variety in the morning. Biggest variety.
Aussie Fusion.
Following the 10 a.m. news headline.
Biggest variety in the morning.
If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, let's go together. Fincor has been helping businesses go farther since 2015. Navigating these uncertain times requires knowledge and understanding of your company's finances. Our professional accountants will help you better understand your financial position and the opportunities for improvement. At Fincor, we don't just crunch numbers. We craft financial success stories. Your business your success, our commitment. Visit our website at fincor.ky for more information.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. It is my pleasure to have in the studio with me, as promised, the director of Celebrate Cayman, or chair, or chief officer.
Executive chair.
Executive chair, okay. Yeah. Mr. Alfonso Wright. And also with us, we have Cayman's icon, Mr. Darwin Ebanks. Gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Yeah. Morning, OC, and I'm happy to be here. And so happy that Mr. Darwin could be here with us, our chief pirate, for so many years now. And our plan is today to kind of talk about the event that's happening in the afternoon on National Heroes Day. As we know, the format has been changed up a little bit, and the ceremony will be in the morning as usual, and then the idea is to take a little break and come back out at 4:00 in the afternoon for what we're calling a cultural celebration for those who were recognized in the morning for all the work that they've done over the years in the Cayman Islands culture.
Yes, and we remind our listening audience that that is this coming Monday.
Yeah, it is Monday the 22nd.
Yeah.
Usually the dates for the next year National Heroes Day is announced on the day of of each preceding one. So on the 27th, on the 22nd, we'll know the date. Usually know the date for the next one and what the theme will be. I don't know any of that yet, so I can't say anything. But National Heroes Day is I think our signature local event. It's one of the times in the year when we actually celebrate those who have striven to do good things, to enhance and uphold the things that are important to us as Caymanians. And I think it's good of the government to do the way they do it. So each year there is an opportunity to recognize a different sector of our community, because this is a really given community. People have been involved in volunteerism, a lot of these people, for all of their lives. Darwin is a very good example. You yourself has been dedicated to the sport of cycling, and so many other things. If they haven't found a way to recognize domino players yet, but hint.
Yes. I'm sure that's coming.
And the nomination process. Can we speak a little bit about that? How that was undertaken as well?
That was done directly through the Ministry of Culture as usual, and I'm not too familiar with that process. I'm hoping that someone else can come on a little bit later with us to explain that. But there's always a process of nomination. They advertise this stuff and they let you know what they're doing and they give you deadlines. So nominations are sent in. People are nominated by their peers, I guess, and people who would know things about individuals that many times some of them have passed on, and this generation may not know who they are or what they did, but people who were familiar with that have that opportunity to recommend them, to nominate them to be recipients in occasions like this. And that's the way it's always been. So I don't think I can say anything more to that. I am here more to speak about the event that's happening in the afternoon. The actual celebration, which is a new thing for National Heroes Day.
Okay. So, Mr. Darvin, good to have you on. You're an icon as far as Cayman is concerned. When you look at photos from Pirates Week, you're always featured there as well. Talk a little bit about your initial involvement in these things. I'm sure it goes back quite a way.
It goes back about 100 years. Yeah, well, see, I've basically been involved in Pirates Week, not from the conception from 1977, but 78, 79, I started really getting involved in Pirates Week. And it's very, very few times that that they did poster shoots, especially for the upcoming Pirates Week, that I wasn't in them. So when you go in Pirates Week office or my collection I have at home, I'm just basically just about in every one of them. And it's one of those things to when you volunteer your time, and then all of a sudden, because you volunteer and you're there all the time, people say, okay, they expect you. That's kind of what happened to me.
It's in your DNA.
Then, of course, I really enjoyed it, and so here I am. And last year, Pirates Week was good, was interesting, was good. Of course, we went to Little Cayman first, and then after that, we came back here. We do Pirates Week here, then we went to Cayman Brac. Little Cayman treats me like royalty. I mean, Cayman Brac is the same way, but Little Cayman treats me like royalty. They really loves me coming down there. Because basically, they used to have Mardi Gras there when Gladys was alive. But of course, all that is gone now. Nobody hasn't continued it. So the next thing is basically Pirates Week. They don't really have, unlike Cayman Brac, that they have Bracanal, that has gotten really popular. Pirates Week basically is the only thing that Cayman Brac, Little Cayman really has. And the thing is with Little Cayman, especially, they build floats out of nothing, because not like here they could, there's material here, material there. Last year they had one float, but basically other years they've had like three floats, four floats, and they really get involved. The community really gets involved. The hotels get involved. The couple of hotels that's there get involved, and they really have a good time. But they really look forward to us coming, Yeah, that's kind of how it was last year, and the year before the same thing, and the year before that, But I've seen I've seen changes basically in Pirates Week. No huge changes, but I've seen changes, and it's going to be interesting to see this year what's going to happen. But hopefully it's good, and of course I'm always there to provide my my help.
All right. Now we're going to talk a little bit about two things. What prompted you to develop the pirate moniker? That image that you developed, for yourself, and you may want to talk about the influences of others who. We had the famous Seattle Pirates who would come here as well. And then later on, we want to talk a little bit about your business and what you do in terms of preserving Cayman's culture and heritage by manufacturing, by taking these photographs and putting them in a sort of art form that people can have and can have to preserve our memories as well.
Okay, well, see, that's a lot to digest, but for the early morning. But anyway, in the early years, the Seattle Pirates used to come down. They would get sponsors. I think from different companies would sponsor them to come down. The hotels would sponsor them, give them sponsorship and stuff, so they could stay at the hotels and stuff. And they came down. They basically, since we basically started Pirates Week back in 1977, they came down just about every year. In the latter years, it kind of shifted off a bit. It has shifted off with the directors coming and going, and it really has shifted off with the Seattle Pirates coming down. Because what one of the directors said, which I'll call her name, Melanie McFeel, which is my hero, heroine. She really shifted that. Is say, okay, look, I want to concentrate more on our Cayman pirates who volunteer their time. No matter how early in the morning we have to go for postal shoots and different things, we're there. So that it shifted once Melanie became director, and then and that was it. I have an archives at home, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger all the time. With my photographs, I got it's a lot of things that I've missed, but it's a lot of things that I've captured on video in photographs, and I've got a lot of it. And even through Ivan, of course, I had to struggle to really keep my things from getting destroyed. And I must say, I got old VHS tapes. I got at least about 50 or 60 or 70 VHS tapes home to survive Ivan, the old VHS tapes. I've got Pirates Week that goes back. I got Pirates Week videos that goes back 77, 78, 79, from like 79 up until basically recently. I've got videos with Pirates Week. I've got photographs with my photo gallery, To the Edges of the World. Is the name of my business in my gallery, which is right down on my house on Schoolhouse Road, and basically I'm fortunate to get I've got A.L. Thompson and I've got Costume. That's basically where I set up and I sell photographs at a nice easy price, and these will bring back memories of a lot of our people. Because, during Ivan, a lot of people lost their photographs, and then recently also with the different with the partners that we've had, they've lost their photos of family members, aunts, uncles, fathers, and stuff. And most likely I have photographs of them, because I go to all the events, and I hardly miss the events of doing videos or photos and stuff with people. So I have quite a bit of them, and usually when people come by my table, if I'm set up by A.L. Thompson's or by Costulas, they usually, that's my uncle, or that's my granduncle, or that's my aunt, or that's my cousin, and they'll buy them, So it's really good. And I have a good clientele of my people, of our Caymanian people, and when I was in the diving industry, back in the 70s, into the 80s, right into the 90s, when I was in the diving industry, 100% of my business was tourism, still tourism, because what I would do, I would go on Peter Melbourne boat, I would go on Artley Evans boat, and I would do photographs and videos, sell copies of the videos back to the guests, and of course I would sell the photos I take with them back to them. But of course, I've kind of faded up from doing that because Peter Melbourne is basically retired. He sold his business out, so I kind of moved away from that and concentrate more on my Cayman people. And I've got my business now is to where 100% of my business is Caymanians.
That is good. That's a good point for us to take a commercial break as well. When we return, I want to talk a little bit more, with you about your business as well and what you do. We're seeing more and more Caymanians interested in knowing our history.
Yes.
Family members and everyone else. And there could be, various reasons for that. Many people believe that, our culture, our way of life, our history is at the point where we run the risk of it being forgotten, being subsumed by other cultures and things. So that drive to preserve, we see it more and more. We see, WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups and stuff like that as well. And I want to talk a little bit more about that. So how people can be attracted towards what you're doing. I want to talk a little bit also about preserving. You talk about the VHS tapes and stuff like that. Are you able to be able to convert them to more accessible platforms now, that we have? And when you're gone, how do we go about preserving that as well? Should some of these things go to the archives? Should government be interested in some of these things that you have as well? Lots to talk about, and it all involves National Heroes Day as well. Folks, please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
At Doctor's Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctor's Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
Welcome to a new year with Digicel. Elevate your mobile experience by switching to our prepaid or postpaid plans. Enjoy more data, seamless communication, and uninterrupted entertainment. Plus, make the switch now for a chance to win exciting rewards. Stay connected, entertained, and make 2024 your year with Digicel. Because better connections make a better year.
You know, as a little girl, I dreamt of traveling to faraway places and foreign lands. I tell you what though, no more dreaming. I go in flying with Cayman Airways. How blessed are we in the Cayman Islands to have a very own national airline? Girl, you can fly to so many international destinations without the hassle of connecting flights. On top of Jamaica, Cuba, and Honduras, you got non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, and even Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, and child, they now have Barbados. Going to be a little cafe con leche and Hollywood Squares for this old girl.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering non-stop flights for non-stop adventures in Panama, LA, and many more places in between. For details and to book, call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
Are you feeling sick, but don't feel ill enough to go to the doctor? Ask your pharmacist for advice. Here at West Bay Pharmacy, our pharmacists have been trained to offer helpful, easy-to-understand advice on the treatment of everyday minor ailments for yourself and all the family. Anything from headaches, cough and sore throat, to cold sores, our pharmacists will know when medical help is needed and will not hesitate to refer you to your doctor if your symptoms demand it. Like doctors, our pharmacists have a professional code, which means all personal information you give them will be treated in the strictest confidence. Visit us today at West Bay Pharmacy, where we care about your health.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're discussing National Heroes Day, which is soon approaching, this coming Monday. We're talking with the Executive Director of Celebrate Cayman, Mr. Alfonso Orrett, and also in the studio with us, we have one of the recipients of an award on National Heroes Day, Mr. Darwin Ebanks as well. Over to you, Mr. Alfonso.
Thank you very much, OC, and I want to thank Darwin again for coming on with us, and those who are just listening to him and you, OC, have that discourse just now.
Mm-hmm.
It exemplifies why we're recognizing people who are involved in culture. Everything that Darwin has just said now for decades, he has been involved in preserving, highlighting, and encouraging people to become involved in things that are important to us as Caymanians. And we need to recognize individuals who do that. And this year's event is the change in the format where we're having a celebration in the afternoon is because of individuals like Darwin. So the government decided that every year we do this, and we recognize people from all different facets of life, and a lot of times we wonder, why did that person get this? I didn't know they were involved in culture. I didn't know they were involved in sports or voluntary organizations and so on. So the government wanted to be able to put on display some of these individuals who were receiving awards in the morning. And so that's the reason behind organizing the after event at between 4 and 8 o'clock. It's going to be on Cardinal Avenue. It's going to be a full-fledged celebration. There'll be a stage out there, and we will have performances by a lot of the people who are receiving the awards in the morning. Darwin has been invited to, and he has agreed to come dressed as in his pirate regalia, and will walk around and allow people to take photos and stuff with him, thereby continuing what the stuff he's done all these years.
Yes.
So we thank God for people like him, but we also have, of course, people like Sokean and Ezekiel will be performing. We have Radiance Dance Studio who will be doing a maypole dance. Now, both of you, when I say maypole, I see both of your eyes light up, because this generation, the guys that are younger than us, the 20, 30-year-olds, may not know too much about maypole, but that was a staple in our celebrations back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, especially in the outer districts, who were garden party days and stuff. That was sometimes the main attraction. So while this is not the traditional pole thing, it is a good piece of reminding us of the things that are going by. So we want to thank Miss Jessica Eden for agreeing to do that for us. We have the Cayman Islands Folk Singers, who's been another wonderful insertion into things Caymanian, and they will be on stage. Something new this year is that we will have Nasaria and Randa Gillette on stage doing her poems and stories, and Randa beating drum for her, two Caymanian icons again. But Randa is also doing what we call a drum circle, in that at a particular time, I think that's going to be somewhere around 4:45. He will be sitting at a location along Cardinal Avenue with his drum for about 45 minutes, and he will be inviting, and this is an open invitation for people who are interested in joining that drum circle, to bring their drum. Just come. There'll be chairs, sit down, and Randy and about 2 other individuals will be leading the rhythm, and people can just join in and beat
and jam,
and jam. Right? Yes. So that's new, but I mean, there people who are in those type of arts know about it, but it's going to be something that I think that's extremely exciting. Music-wise, we will also have Mr. Berman Scott, who will, I guess we will probably say, representing Cayman Brac. He is one of the recipients as well, and will be on stage performing some of his classic hits. Impulse Band, that comes out of Bordentown, is one of those performances as well. Of course, and we also have Swanky Kitchen Band, who is one of the recipients as well. And we have our own Reba Dilbert, who is an award-winning fashion icon now, who's won many international and local awards. And she will be displaying 2 of her most popular pieces, and have models doing that out there. And they too will be walking around and making themselves available to take photos. We're also going to have things like face painting, balloon making, games for kids. Dominoes will be we'll have 3 domino tables. If you organize a session with a couple of the guys, it's free. You just come and sit down. The chairs and table will be there. We're going to have card games, snow cones, cotton candy, and as well, many of our local artists and cultural groups will have their work on display. People like Ali Banks, Miguel Purry. We will have the West Bay Heritage Committee. All of these individuals have been invited to come out and participate, and to have their work and their art and stuff on display. Mr. Billy Banker, D. Lee Banks. We have food also that will be on sale this time, but this was again another idea that the government wanted to do this in a way that would help the district heritage committees make some money, as opposed to just opening it up to commercial vendors to allow them to sell their wares and stuff. So for right now, I know that Georgetown Heritage Committee will be doing some food. I know that the North Side Heritage Committee will be doing all the desserts and fruit juices and so on. So we're still working with people, trying to get people to come in to participate.
That was actually a question that we had off air. If someone wanted to participate in it, is it too late now? Or
it would have to be connected. Well, if it's to do with food, it has to go through your district heritage committee. You can talk to them. It's not too late for us to do that, but we're trying not to do commercial vendors. We wanted this to be about culture, about the work of the districts, about those who have contributed, and so we're trying no disrespect, Orrett, but for instance, we're not encouraging jerk food. It's not Caymanian kind of thing. We all enjoy it, but it's not one of the things that we want to celebrate on National Heroes Day in our culture kind of thing. So the local traditional dishes, of course. Mr. Bill and them will be doing the rope making and so on. Miss Rosemary, Miss Marcy, those ladies from West Bay with all the craft, the touch craft and stuff. Will be out there displaying their stuff.
So if it's non-edible, is it possible for if someone wanted to participate? Still too late.
It has to be something traditional. Okay, so we've had people ask about just coming out and taking a booth, but if it's not something that is connected to Cayman and our culture, we're not going that direction.
Exactly. It has to be.
We're trying to keep it Caymanian as best as possible, and that is no disrespect to anybody or any of the other cultures here in Cayman. But of course, I know I've been talking a little bit long.
No, it's okay. We'll continue until we reach the commercial break.
Yeah, but the end of the evening is also going to be done by Graham. With fireworks. So it is clean. It's clean environment. You know how Cardinal Avenue is situated now. That is ideal for these type of events. Even the fireworks, you can look straight down Cardinal Avenue and see those fireworks going on. And we want to encourage everybody to come out, enjoy the afternoon. There will be a few free things. There'll be a few giveaways and stuff as well. We have people like Jevi Banks and Mona Lisa Mead who are going to be the hosts on stage, for the day. And again, very traditional Caymanians who've been involved in our culture and stuff. So we're kind of going all out to make this a really memorable event but it's only successful if you get the support from our local people to come out and enjoy.
And I believe we will get that as well. We're going to take a commercial break. We have a caller online. We will take that caller as soon as we return. Folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
There you go, sir. Thanks for choosing JN Money Transfer.
Boy, thanks to JN Money Transfer, I can stay right here in Cayman and pay mama bills back home in Jamaica. Her water, light, phone and other bills never late. Every month I pay everything in one place.
Make payments to over 30 companies in Jamaica through JN Money Transfer. Fast, affordable, convenient. Call 1-800-744-1163 for details.
Since March 2004, West Bay Pharmacy has kept their doors open to the local communities, even before, during, and after Hurricane Ivan. At West Bay Pharmacy, our staff provides so much more than pharmaceutical excellence. From the moment you walk through our doors to completing your cash out, our staff will have put your healthcare concerns at ease. We would like to take this moment to thank our loyal friends and customers. To us at West Bay Pharmacy, our patients are our primary concern. We provide thorough background checks and precise calculations to ensure your medical safety. Thank you for being a part of our family and for choosing West Bay Pharmacy, where we care about your health.
Welcome to a new year with Digicel. Elevate your mobile experience by switching to our prepaid or postpaid plans. Enjoy more data, seamless communication, and uninterrupted entertainment. Plus, make the switch now for a chance to win exciting rewards. Stay connected, entertained, and make 2024 your year with Digicel. Because better connections make a better year.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. In the studio with me, the Executive Director of Celebrate Cayman, Mr. Alfonso Wright, one of the recipients at our National Heroes Day this coming Monday, Mr. Darvin Ebanks. We do have a caller on the line as well. I think she is also another recipient. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, OC.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. Good to hear your voice. Happy New Year to you.
And Happy New Year to you, too.
Thanks.
And good morning to my two favorite men. Not that I'm in love with them, you know, or wanting a ring from them. I don't want to wash, cook, and clean.
I want you call
her. One name.
I want you call the names.
Oh, Alfonso. Did I get an A or an F?
You got B.
A B. Okay.
Yeah, you got Z in there. You see Alfonso is Alfonso.
Oh, but you see, I got a little Spanish talk, and that's too Darwin.
That's been hanging around in the side in San Pedro. You speak Spanish, me and you.
I am very sorry I couldn't get in, but my condition, leaves me that I can't get in. Okay, what I want to say, I am an International Design Award winner, but it's the highest award you can ever get in the world. This thing is done through Italy, and it's thousands of people who compete. So I had to compete against thousands of people to get this award. So this will be the first time that these costumes will ever be seen in Cayman. We had them locked down for a long time, so it must have been for this special time. And we will be out there with them. I'll have two young ladies in them. They're not naked. I want everyone to know that, because when I compete over international, they want talent. They want art. They don't want nakedness, because you can't judge it. That's what God made. Now, I want to say something to all the people who's coming out to Heroes Day. I told them if I was coming on this, there was only one thing I was going to speak about, the dress code. Some people come out there, it's not all, but there's some come out there, they're not properly dressed to receive an award. Your hands should be covered with gloves, woman. A woman should not have on no sleeves. She should have on a jacket. Yes, she can take the jacket on afterwards. If you're going to wear a fascinator, it should be on the left. If you're going to wear a hat, well, that's all right. But a fascinator is one of those little things that, you put on the side of your head. And you should wear at least a nice dress suit, and no flip-flops, and no open toes. That is how you receive a Queen Award. You look at Queen Elizabeth, even though she's dead and gone, dress like her, and you will get your award properly received and properly dressed. I hate when I see people come up there half-dressed. It doesn't look good. And on the other hand, you're not being paid for this award. This award is given to you by grace. That's why you must hold your hands and bow and have on gloves as if you're accepting it with all your heart. Now, I don't have any more than that to say. So you guys, I'll be listening.
Before you go, Ms. Reba, can you tell us a little bit about your involvement in doing this and why you were recognized as like how far back you started doing designs and stuff?
Well, I started in 1983 when Rotary, but I remember doing costumes with Grandma Maggie at Holman's house when they used to have Christmas parties. And Grandma Maggie used to do a lot of costumes, some mellow, and then when they were going to prep school. So she was the one who taught us about costumes. I never learned costume from any outside about her. Now, how she know that, I don't know.
So, Reba, is this Grandma Maggie, is she also a recipient?
Yes, she's a recipient, and she's mine and Bendel Hyde's grandmother, and she was a woman, I must say, who supported me in Bendel big time for the arts because our fathers wasn't too likable about this part of our life. Let me tell you that. And Grandma has covered me. Oh, God, I used to mash up the sewing machine needles. Oh, and one thing that they had that I always used to scratch my hair. Reba, do not cut up Cap Nala sales for the Adams. Reba, if you cut Cap Nala sales up for the Adams, what I'm going to do you today, I make Lawrence skin you.
Oh, well.
I'd have never cut him up, but listen to what I did him. Uncle Son, which is Michael Bowden, that's Grandma Maggie's brother. They was going to Musketaquay now the next morning, so he came to pick up the sales. So he said, Maggie, I come to get them sales so Camp Nala will leaving, and here's some extra money for cloth. He took the sales and he went. Well, when he got back here, he came back with the sales and he said, Maggie, Captain Mother said they were the best sales that you had ever made. Say when they masked them up, say it took the Adams 1 hour to get the Musketaquay. But say the next morning when they saw them, they had holes in them. Well, Maggie say holes. Not Maggie. Call that little red-haired girl, come here. Tell me something. What did you do with Captain Nala says? I said, me, I never did a thing. She said, Reba's only you one use a scissors. I had cut the little holes in it. And the holes would make the breeze go through it, and she would go fast. And how I learned that when Michael and them used to do, you remember we used to make boats made out of coconut hash and with a little grape leaf. Well, I noticed that if you put the holes in the grape leaf, the boat would go faster. So that's what gave me the idea to put the hole in Camp Nala.
Oh, my goodness.
And the boat went faster, and they were going to beat me. And Uncle Son said, no, Camp Nala say, that was the best sale. Must make them like that again. Well, if you hear the story about me, well, actually, I started, according to my husband said, I was like 6 months cutting up the house because Mama couldn't keep a curtain. One time I took her curtain, made 2 dresses for me and Mello. I took Michael's pants because he popped my head and I cut his short. You know, he used to wear long pants them days. And he popped my head and I said, I can fix you though. And he said, you can't fix me because you can't fight, you can't row. So when Mama hung it out on the line because we never had no washers, I got up 12 o'clock in the night or 1 o'clock and cut it short so he would go to school next day.
No.
And if you see my sister Esme, she'll tell you, me, I'm not sleeping in no bed with Reba because I ain't wearing no wig. You're
a real cutter, huh?
I could dye hair and I could cut eyebrows. I had Cora Grant, Conchita, and Claudette. They were the models. And I dyed Esme hair one day. And when Daddy seen it, he said, well, Esme, never know you're not going to say to make Reba dye hair. You do see, you look like the sun going down, the sun coming up. So my people have, I learned locally. I haven't went to college to learn this. So Jean, which is Captain Shelby, wife, she's getting an award. She was a good dressmaker. I learned a lot from her. I got cloth from her. But what I want to do now, O.C. and Alfonso, I want to teach it. Because I can do more art and costumes. I can do reach the front door. I can fix shoes. I can do some of everything. And at my age now, and by I being sick, I think I need to retire and teach it. Teach my people what is our culture and art, not nakedness.
Pass it along, yes.
So I'm asking the government this morning if they can find it, even the West Bay field, put me there and let me teach the children how to do art. I can teach the people who want to learn things. I mean, you got school project, because I remember my daughter having a lot of school project and calling me. And we need to show our people what we are learning instead of people coming in here and showing us foolishness.
Speaking to the converted here, Ms. Reba,
yeah.
see, this is the importance of conversations like this, because we found out a lot more about you than we knew before you came on this morning. But to listen to you so passionately speak about the things that you've done, why you've done it, but not only that, you want to pass it on. You're willing to pass it on. There are so many people who will do things and then simply step away and don't pass on that knowledge. This is the richest part of our heritage and culture here is people who are willing and want to have that desire to pass things on. So I will do whatever I can to bring that to fruition for you, Ms. Reba.
Yeah, and what I found out, we cannot wait till the children get 14 and 15, because they can tell you, I don't want to do this, I can't do that. You got to train them from time to 4. Do you know my grandson plays 12 instruments? Wow. And the granddaughter now is in art. I mean, Esma got her covered too with the blood of Jesus. Her mama not too into it, but she got to listen to the bosses.
Yeah.
And she plays violin.
Yeah.
And that is a generation from No Tea Town. Her aunts and stuff used to play violin. And you see how the Bible says the 4th and 3rd generation will inherit. And she has inherited violin. Who would have thought that?
Yeah. Well,
so we got to start teaching our children, because if you all notice, our culture is dying fast, very fast.
Yes, we know. We talking about it right here, Ms. Reba. So we're so grateful for people like you, and I think that is again one of the main reasons why this afternoon event is happening on Monday. It's to showcase this, to show that we do have a culture, we do have our own heritage, and it is something that we are proud of. But unless we share it like this or on occasions like Monday, many times people won't know about it. So hats off to you, Ms. Reba. I hope that everything goes well on Monday. And thank you for agreeing to put 2 of your most popular and award-winning costumes on display, and for agreeing to allow your models to walk around and take pictures with individuals out there on Monday.
And thank you, and let's see if we can get this workshop going to teach our young people, especially the school children.
Yes, ma'am.
We got to start it from young. I'm telling you guys, I've had young children to come up to me and say, I used to be in her body, but no, they were good days. We used to make our little costume. We were so proud of them, even though they were full of glue.
Yeah.
That is what you want to hear from the children. And when the children start making it from early, then, and we have a place where they can go, it would continue. Right now, I am in Darwin. I'm going to tell you this, and I don't know if you know it, but do you know that I'm in the grounds in Honduras where they make the floats now?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because remember, I didn't go last year. I was there the year before last.
Okay, that's where I am, and I can also do floats. How to make floats for parades.
Okay.
And if I tell you something, you're all going to be surprised. Guess what the floats are made out of in Honduras? Cardboard.
I know you want to say that.
Yes, that's what they made with cardboard and glitter and paint. And they're the prettiest things. I can do all of that because when I go now this year, this is where I'm going again. Actually, I really don't have much to do, but I already know the work, and I go down there and I look at them, because that's where our float is now, where all the floats are being fixed.
Right.
So that's where we do our float now.
Yeah, well, this would be a good connection, Ms. Reba. I think if you're willing to do workshops and stuff like that we can organize this, a couple of months ahead of Batamanu or Pirates Week or whatever that is, so that individuals and groups can prepare themselves to make their own floats and stuff. So I hope this is an idea that will catch on, and someone will walk with it and take advantage of the opportunity.
Yep, and you can have some summer workshops as well. That's with
right.
that. Ms. Reba, thank you very much. Top of the hour, headline news. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
Brought to you by Health Services Authority.
You're invited to the Art, Science, and Nature of Mangroves 3x15 event being hosted by the Department of Environment, the National Gallery. The event is tomorrow night at 6 p.m., and you're encouraged to reserve your spot in advance by emailing marketing@nationaltrust.ky. Iran launched a missile attack apparently targeting military bases in western Pakistan, which killed 2 children. The operation hit 2 sites linked to the militant group Jazish al-Adil, Iran's state TV has reported. Iran attacked targets in Iraq and Syria earlier this week. Pakistani officials said 2 children were killed and 3 others injured. Islamabad said the attack was, quote, illegal and warned of, quote, serious consequences. Residents of Khan Yunis in southern Gaza say they faced one of the most intense nights of airstrikes since the start of Israel's offensive. Displaced families have been fleeing a local hospital as fighting closes in. Meanwhile, medicines are being sent for Israeli hostages held by Hamas in exchange for more aid for Palestinian civilians under a Qatar-mediated deal. The White House says Qatar has also been overseeing, quote, very serious, extensive discussions about a possible new hostage release deal, which were joined by a U.S. envoy. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter. Radio Cayman Headline News.
Brought to you by Health Services Authority.
With Orrett Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. In the studio with me discussing National Heroes Day taking place this coming Monday. The celebrations will be separated into the award ceremony in the morning and then in the afternoon. Huge celebration as well, where you will get an opportunity to see, to mingle, to talk with some of the recipients, as well as so many other activities that will be taking place. We do have a caller. Let's grab the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Connor.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm grateful. And good morning to Alfonso and to Darwin.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Alfonso, to you. Let me commend you for saying that, first of all, I didn't think you needed to apologize, but when you said, with no offense, no jerk, chicken, pork, whatever, no jerk, we shouldn't have to apologize when we are celebrating our culture. And let me just say, reminding people that we do have a culture, despite it being suppressed and trying to be eradicated. But we do have a culture, and don't apologize when we say that we're going to celebrate it. It's ours, and it will only be ours if we continue to celebrate it and promote it. Also, I didn't hear everything that you said, that you were going to have, but what I heard, I know it's all Caymanian, and I remember as a child watching my mother sit down, doing the from the patch, doing the plait and stuff. And I was always fascinated with that, and I used to help her. And at that time, that was taught in the schools. At high school, we had a lady from East End, Mrs. McLaughlin, I think. Can't remember her first name now. But there was a class called craft, and we learned to crochet, to knit, to do needlework, and all of these things. I don't think that's in the school anymore, and it should be reintroduced, and also just to support Reba on something that she said about the dress code. She is correct, and I thought that was the purpose of the protocol office. And if it's not, it should be that when people are being awarded, when the protocol office calls them to advise them, they should also tell them how to be dressed. That's what protocol is about. So Reba is correct. And they should also tell them what the colors are, because that's a part of it. And these are things that, for those Caymanians who don't know, you're never too old to learn. So I just wanted to say congratulations on what you're doing, and please, let's just continue to celebrate Cayman.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, caller, for
Good
that
advice.
as well.
Good advice.
So, Mr. Darvin, back over to you.
Yes.
We're talking about the various videos, the VHSs that you have and everything, and how do we go about preserving those? Talk about what you have been doing, in terms of preserving or the images of our heritage and our culture.
Yeah, like I was saying before, I started with my VHS tapes, and I have a DVD VHS burner. But I've had it for quite a long time, and it's got like particular with the blank DVDs that I put in it to burn. So I was having quite a bit of trouble with that, and I was trying to figure out what to do. Or for really continue, because earlier I got a lot of my tapes burnt on DVDs, and so I found I did some research on it, and I've gotten out to where I could burn my VHS tapes right onto digital form.
Okay.
On my computer, and I could do them on one of the small drives or whatever. If people want them I could also burn them from my my laptop onto VHS tapes also too, or the DVDs, also the hard drives. But I could do all my VHS tapes now on digital form, and that's how I'm doing them. I've also reached out to people that has any VHS tapes left, and they haven't been destroyed. If they want me to convert them. To convert them for them, must let me know. So far, I haven't heard anybody. Nobody haven't called in about those that have the few VHS tapes left of getting them burned. Yeah, and beside that, I got lots of other things. I mean, the majority of the things that I have now, basically, I have them all in digital form.
Okay.
And so about everything I have in digital form. I could either put them on a hard drive for you, or I could just do them on a regular little thumb drive, if you want them that way. But there's still photos or videos, and I've got videos that goes back years. I've got videos with Mr. Radha Gazung and his whole entire band. I got VHS videos with them, or not VHS video. I got digital video copies of that, all that sort of stuff. And I also have I got Northside Kitchen Band. And a lot of people, I don't think, remember Northside Kitchen Band, but I've got full video of them for Heroes Day playing a lot of the old songs, and we talk every now and again. When Dr. Steve is on about like Christmas time, and they have the marches and stuff. Yeah, and almost all the songs that the kitchen band is playing is some of the song is a song that basically the marches and stuff used to sing.
How far back that video goes?
That goes back to 2010.
2010. Okay.
Back to 2010. And basically, and all of the members of Northside Kitchen Band, as far as I know now, has passed away. Jerry's father's passed away. Almost all those guys has passed away. And I got that from back in 2010.
Okay. Funds, back over to you.
Well, I just want to continue to invite people to make some time to come out on Monday. There are quite a few people OC that we would have wanted to be involved in the afternoon event that can't do it for one reason or another.
Mm-hmm.
But many of them are recipients in the morning, and it is a bit difficult for them to do what they're doing in the morning and then display in the evening as well.
Okay.
But we are hoping that they will still come to be able to come, even though they would not be able to display any of their goods. But I think this is going to be a very wholesome family event. As usual with things like this, there is no alcohol.
Right.
We're going to have some good, top-rate music out there. A lot of interesting things happening on stage. I want to take this opportunity to thank my right hand right now is Krista Watler, who is just me and her now in Celebrate Cayman, and she's also assisting the protocol office with things that they're doing for the morning event. But I don't know what we do without her, so I want to especially thank her for all her efforts, and all those who have been assisting us, the communications department in the cabinet office. Have been, making impossible things happen. My boss, CABSAC, Mr. Samuel Rose, don't know how he does it, but I am so happy that I work for him because he gets it, he understands. He is also an inspiration for us, as to how we should do things, why we should do things, and never seems to get tired. I know that he does, but he never shows it. So I'm blessed to be able to call him my boss. I'm hoping that at some point Miss Nasaria, maybe Randy will call in sometime this morning too, because I'd like her to speak a little bit more about the drum circle as to what they're doing. But come out. It's going to be an awesome event. It's the first of its kind.
Yes.
So I know that because we're changing things up a lot of times, Caymanians don't like change. They like things to stay the way they are.
Resistant to change. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they talks about that all the time, but everything is changing.
Well, right. But I think this is a change for the better. So I don't know what the format will be like next year, or whether the same opportunity will lend itself to that type of award session.
Well, if it's successful, there's no reason why it shouldn't be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that I think we need to give this a fair shot, and encourage people to come out and support it. At least come out and see what's happening.
Okay. We have a caller on a line. We're going to take the commercial break first. When we return, we will take the caller. Caller, don't hang up. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers, a compounding story.
I don't think people realize how pain creeps into your life. It has a way of robbing your strength. I really don't like taking prescription medication orally.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. They understand.
When it comes to compounded medication, it's personal. So whenever there's a problem with some medication or treatments that's not working right, then a physician will call me and say, hey, they're having bad side effects from this medication.
Compounding pain cream changed the game. Made special for me. Significant pain relief in the form of a cream. That is a new experience for me.
It's changed his life.
It worked.
Ask your pharmacist or healthcare provider about compounding at West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Call 914-6449.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
Welcome to a new year with Digicel. Elevate your mobile experience by switching to our prepaid or postpaid plans. Enjoy more data, seamless communication, and uninterrupted entertainment. Plus, make the switch now for a chance to win exciting rewards. Stay connected, entertained, and make 2024 your year with Digicel. Because better connections make a better year.
Your dream home starts with a vision, and often inspiration is at the heart of that vision. Brand Source Home Gallery's in-house designers are here to help bring your vision to life. Whether you're remodeling or building a new home, Brand Source Home Gallery is your one-stop solution. Explore their kitchen cabinets, sinks, faucets, bath fixtures, tubs, vanities, and more. Let Brand Source's designers help and inspire you with your next project. Call 623-5000 and schedule an appointment with a design expert at Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, serving Cayman for 50 years.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're discussing National Heroes Day, taking place this coming Monday as well. We still have our caller there, Ms. Susan. Let's grab our caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Yeah, good morning, OC and Gus.
Hey, morning, Doc. How are you?
I am fine. I'm blessed.
Morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
One more, Alfonso. I think you're doing a great job, Alfonso, as always. And Darvin, I just want to say I'm going to get in contact with you. I got some stuff I need to get converted. So I was glad to listen and hear that this morning. Yeah. And, I felt, OC, that this, with the costume designer, I think that there needs to really be a place for her.
Yes.
Because, I mean, the lady is just incredible in terms of her creative ability. And plus, she finally bend the lives. So she got to be creative and important. And there's, people, geniuses are funny people, Everybody's not the same. And she tends to have this incredible spirit that keeps her going. I mean, it's very, very, very tough what she does. I wish I could perform like that. I wish I could be that creative. And I just want to, do a big shout out for her, because she should be up there and she should be getting the kind of support and the respect, because at her age she can communicate the skills, and she doesn't need to be healthy. And people like that have put themselves into creativity, and then you watch them have nothing and other people have so much, and then people are talking about honoring people when they don't honor people by supporting them. Giving them a award is nothing. What about how people live? And I experienced this myself with a lot of frustration. How can you award a person for giving them their life, but you don't want to feed them? You see them on the street and you don't want to respect them. And we talk about solidarity and we hate each other. I am so tired of the hypocrisy. And it's not that it's something that is new to me. I've studied this. I studied different cultures. I lived in different places. And I know there's such a thing as civility. There's such a thing as civility. And one of the things that we need to understand when we're copying other people's rituals is that rituals have a purpose. It is to create and to solidify relationships. Relationships are the most important things in this world. And what we're doing is that we're not growing relationships. And that's why Cayman is falling apart. The rituals of hero worshiping, when people refuse to sacrifice, even by giving each other the time and the courtesy to say, hello, how you doing, old dog, as the old people used to say. We need to remember those older people that were the real heroes. I'm not a hero. My father was a hero. My father served in the Second World War in the Navy. My grandfather in the First World War. they were the heroes, and I'm so happy that my idea of a hero is much bigger than my idea of myself, and I just will close by saying that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doc. Thank you very much for that as well. Fun?
My mic don't seem to be working. Is the mic working? Yeah, it's
yes,
working.
It's working now.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to Dr. Frank as well. He is so right. A lot of times, people that are that end up being so special to us, and he used Miss Reba as an example. He is absolutely right, because people like her, she developed this trade, or her skills. While she was also working for a living. It was two separate things. That didn't pay her. It didn't pay her, what she needed to use to live. So sacrifices, people have to make sacrifices to make these things happen. And people with special talents like this are usually a little different from the normal run-of-the-mill people. Their creative juices make them do and say things different from us, but that is where their talent lies. And so often we neglect to recognize that in our people, our stalwarts. She's a nation builder, as well as a lot of these who are being awarded here on Monday. We can look at the list and see and think that, well, what happened to this one? What happened to that one? And sometimes that's unfortunate that not everybody, you catch everybody. But hopefully, in time to come, you'll be able to recognize those who we missed this time.
Yep. I think we have Miss Nasaria
awesome.
on the phone line as well. Miss Nasaria, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Hi, good morning. Thank you. I'm here with Randy as well.
Okay, Mr. Randy, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Fonzo, you want to direct
Hi,
us?
Nsai and Randy, thanks so much for coming on, for calling in. I just wanted to, I've spoke about you guys, what you're doing, but I thought it would be better if the public hears from you exactly what it is you're doing on stage, your journey as a part of Cayman's culture and artistry here in Cayman, and the things that you and Randy have done, and what you're doing on stage for us, and speak a little bit about Randy's drum circle.
Right. Okay. Well, in of the work that I've been doing, I base all of my work off of our history and culture, our history. And a lot of it comes intrinsically through just having conversations. A lot of the elders that I work with in the community, and it always finds its way into my work. So this time around, I'm going to be doing storytelling, because I've just conducted a lot of research on Duppy stories. And so I have taken a lot of that information I've gotten from a lot of the people in Cayman and woven them into new stories that we can tell about real happenings, but, of course, sprinkled in a little fantasy into it. And I'm really excited because these stories haven't been told in many places before. So it's a great way for us to capture the heritage and to then share with everybody in a way that everybody can feel a part of our heritage. And then Randy is going to talk a little bit about the drum circle. But I just wanted to say, everywhere that we go, somebody stops us and said, "Hey, when is the drum circle?" So this is a great opportunity for people to come out. It's made for grant by the NCF, and we want this drum circle to be participatory. So we want that the audience, the people who come to the celebration, can sit down with us, pick up an instrument, and drum along with the main drummers.
Great.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, Randy.
Oh, yeah, so this drum circle, all of the drum circles I do nowadays features the traditional Caymanian drum, and the one that Aunt Julia used to play. So I always bring that. I have a whole show about that drum. I have everything that I do with drums I have different types of the drums from all over the world, but now we have a Caymanian drum which I play always. So that will be at the drum circle, and a drum circle brings about community, a feeling of community, a feeling of like sharing, and it's like a great big musical feast, you know. Everyone enjoys.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. No, we missed the last part of what Mr. Randy had to say there.
Okay. Randy, go ahead. Just saying about community.
Oh yeah, I was saying that the drum circles bring a sense of community and togetherness, and it's like a great big musical feast. Like everyone has a part to play in the drum circle.
Mm-hmm. And how so go ahead, Miss Natasha.
I was just saying the great thing is that it it's kind of like a way of bringing back the life to town, which I know that's something that Cayman is working on, and the drums would have been a part of our community there as well. So we're so honored to be able to bring that back.
How many in terms of your drum circle now? How many members do you have?
It depends. You want to talk about it? Oh, it depends really on who hears about it.
Okay.
Have main drummers, but I mean sometimes if we do one at the public beach, we could end up with 40 people, or we could end up with 100 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have a core group though that?
Yes, the core group includes Nzinga Drum Ensemble, which is a group of 3 young ladies that Randy is actually training to drum. And then also we have a couple of professional drummers, like 3 or 4 will be there. So they carry the main drum line, and then the other guests can sit down and sort of play along with them. So they carry the sound.
So, so Randy actually does like workshops and stuff and bring people in who want to learn about this, because I will admit that I think I'm usually very well connected, but it wasn't until the discussion with you that you kind of explained to me what the drum circle was. I've never been to one of them, but how do people get involved?
In terms of workshops and those type of things, he's done a couple of them, like through the National Gallery. And through the CNCF. In terms of the bigger drum circles, we had a period of time where we did them at Cayman Bay for maybe about 5 or 6 years. But it really is just about, we will post it on Facebook, we will post it on YouTube, and we'll post it on Instagram. But we do really need to now, I think that you brought this up, perhaps reach out to the community leaders as well, so that they will know that we're doing it, so we can get more of our own people out there. We'd love to have you, Mr. Alfonso.
I can't carry a tune in a bucket or don't have any kind of rhythm, but I'll if you let me know, I'll do my best to come along. Sorry, Randy, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a pretty good teacher. I could
you can do the impossible.
Randy is also, he's taken on a student, an apprentice for the traditional, we call it the pan drum or the kitchen drum. So that's Grace Christian. She's Chris Christian's niece.
Okay.
She's actually learning to play it in honor of Aunt Julia.
Awesome. Legacy continues.
Yes.
Yeah, Randy's teaching her how to make it as well.
So Randy said, when he said earlier on about having Aunt Julia's drum, is it her actual drum or a replica of it?
Yeah, it's one that I made based on.
Okay.
Randy made one based off of Mr. Harley Rivers' drum, which is Dana Wells' grandfather.
Harley Rivers, you said?
Yes. From Wells.
Yeah.
He loaned us his. She loaned us his, and we made it off of that. However, Randy did spend a little time with Aunt Julia, and she taught him how to hold and the drumsticks just the way she does, and to play her rhythm.
Wow. So, Mr. Fonzo, in terms of where the drum circle will be placed, it seemed as if depending, you may have to have a large enough space. Do you know where?
And we actually walked Cardinal Avenue on this is Wednesday and Monday evening with Miss Nasaria and Randy. And selected the location where it's going to go. Because it's going to be happening during the rest of the activities on stage. Because we just don't have enough space within the program to stop everything else and just do the drum circle. So it has to be far enough away from the stage that it don't interfere. You'll hear it in the background, but it won't overpower what's happening on the stage. And Nasaria is working on a little special, her appearance to be a little special on stage for us, Nasaria.
Yes, I'm gonna have an entourage of drummers follow me out.
There you go.
Great.
There you go.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
So, if I can, Nasaria, your journey though, you're in the arts and so on. Are you happy to speak about that a little bit, or you want to leave that for another time?
No, I'm happy to speak about it. I would say that from the time I was younger, I always knew I would be involved in something artistic because that's the way I expressed everything I felt. I would always write a poem. If I got in trouble with Mommy, I'd write a poem about it.
You'd write a poem apologizing or what?
Not at all. So it was always a part of me, and I chose to teach theater. A lot of times people think you teach because you couldn't do the other thing, like to become a big actress, but I really wanted to teach. And drama was something that I really enjoyed, so that started me up that path, and that's what I studied in university. But you always had to take other classes, and I would end up in art classes and then other performance classes. And when I returned to Cayman, Give a Story was starting up, and there were no Caymanian tellers besides possibly, I think, Aunt Suki and Ezekiel. And so I decided that our children deserve to hear stories told in the way that they speak about ourselves. We have stories to tell too, and that's really why I started telling stories. As a matter of fact, people don't understand, but I'm very much an introvert, and I get stage fright. I am not a person who naturally wanted to perform.
Wow.
Yes, but I did it because it was necessary, because we cannot keep on just having examples of everybody else doing things and not show our children that we have.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So, and then that forced me to have to write, because obviously there wasn't a lot of books of stories that I could get that were Caymanian. And I always go around every time I have an opportunity to talk to somebody who's older than me, who experienced a different part of our history. I want to sit down and talk to them. I videotape them. I audio record them with their permission. And all of that information is what feeds into what I do. And I've come to the point in my life now where I don't think I could do anything else. This is what I was supposed to do. And even when the going gets tough, because, it's very difficult to make a living as an artist, I don't think I could ever give it up.
Okay.
Right?
I don't want to be taking over your show.
No, that's okay. If you just allow us to go to a commercial break, and we can keep both.
I want to talk
both
to
of them on.
Nasaria, but okay, good.
Afterwards.
If they can hold
so
on.
we're going to ask you not to hang up, Ms. Nasaria. We're going to take a commercial break and come back to you, folks. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
As a little girl, I dreamt of traveling to faraway places and foreign lands. I tell you what though, no more dreaming. I'm going flying with Cayman Airways. How blessed are we in the Cayman Islands to have a very own national airline? Girl, you can fly to so many international destinations without the hassle of connecting flights. On top of Jamaica, Cuba, and Honduras, you got non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, and even Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, and child, they now have Barbados. Going to be a little cafe con leche and Hollywood Squares for this old girl.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering non-stop flights for non-stop adventures in Panama, LA, and many more places in between. For details and to book, call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
Did you know that you can send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget, our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
The Ministry of Education invites all eligible Caymanians to apply for its overseas scholarship for the 2024-2025 academic year. To apply for an overseas scholarship or learn more about the various scholarship offerings, please visit the Scholarship Secretariat Unit's online scholarship application portal at www.moescholarships.gov.ky. Applications close on Wednesday, 31st of January, 2024.
With Orrett Connor.
No. Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. We're talking about National Heroes Day. In the studio, we have Mr. Alfonso Wright and one of the recipients, Mr. Darvin Ebanks. On the phone lines, we have Ms. Nasaria Shillette and Mr. Randa Shillette as well, talking about the Circle of Drums. Mr. Fonzo, I'm going to pass the mic over to you because I believe you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I wanted to lean on Nasaria a little bit longer because the fact that Dr. Frank was on a little bit earlier and then we got Nasaria calling, and after that, a story that is near and dear to my heart is that of Long Celia. And they have been two of the foremost individuals in Cayman who have done their best to try and keep Long Celia's name alive and on our lips. That a lot of people still don't know Long Celia's story, but yes. I know that Nasaria has done a lot of work with that, and I just wonder if I could just lean on her one more time to just talk a little bit about Long Celia.
Well, now I'm upset that I missed Dr. Frank because I always learn something new about Long Celia anytime that I listen to him. And I'm not quite sure what he covered, but
no, he didn't speak about Long Celia at all. It's just that I know, with you and him being the people that I know who've been keeping the story alive.
Right, and I have him and Steve Maxfield to thank for that because it was through them that I came to know of her. Long Celia was an enslaved woman in our history who, upon hearing from a sailor off of a ship from Jamaica that emancipation had been granted, and therefore people who had been enslaved in Jamaica were free. When she found out, because that news had not traveled to Cayman yet, she dared to go and question Sarah Harborn about it. Now, it's not that the government here at that time didn't know that emancipation had been granted. It is that they knew, but they were afraid to give up their labor because they were quite reliant on those services, and therefore they tried to hide it. So when she asked the question, of course, that caused a lot of concern and anxiety. And this woman, Sarah Harborn, made up a story and said that Long Celia said she would send men to come to her house and cut her throat. Of course, she was taken to court. She faced a 12 white man jury. It might have been. It is said now that that happened at the old courts building, the museum.
Yeah.
But there are some documents or some belief that it might have happened down in
Castle.
Castle. So right now I'm a bit unsure which one is the actual truth. But she was sentenced to be stripped naked somewhere in Georgetown and whipped 50 times across her bare back.
Yeah.
And that was at a time when there was even laws in place that women, white or black, should not have been beat.
Yeah, and the usual sentence that I discovered for stuff like that was somewhere around between 20 and 30 lashes. But
Right.
her sentence was doubled.
Right. What is even more interesting about her, or something that now still piques my interest, is that she left Cayman, because I think emancipation might have come maybe another 15 years after she was beat.
Yeah, she was her thing was in 1820,
Yeah.
and emancipation didn't reach us until 1834, 35 for us actually.
Yeah. She left Cayman with a family. Like she was hired as a servant, and she left Cayman and traveled to another Caribbean island. And I've always said to myself, where did she go? Is there a way for us to discover where she went, and does she have descendants there?
That would be a really interesting discovery, and I mean, I'd love to know that, because when they did the census for the slave owners to be compensated, she was in 1835. She was still on William Knowles Eden.
Yeah.
She was still listed on his register as being owned by him. So
Right.
Yeah.
That would have, and I believe that Mr. Steve Maxfield has some information of one of two places she might have gone to. But for several years, I've asked him, well, whenever I see him, he doesn't remember, and he says he'll go and look it up. So it might just take a visit with him to actually get some indication of where exactly she went, that we could follow that trail, and then to discover, and if there are any records of her in that place. Did she tell our story? You know, how did that all play out in the end? I think it gives me the chills when I think about it.
Yeah, me too. It's something that I do. I've done the best that I can to try and research it too, but it's really a difficult story to trace.
Yeah.
But so thank you for that. And again, I'm just trying to highlight the value of our people.
Certainly.
Nasaria again is one of our cultural icons, as well as our husband Randy. And we need to continue to appreciate and let these people know how much we treasure the things that they do. Thank you so much, Nasaria and Randy.
Thank you all for having us.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to Monday.
Definitely.
Take care.
Take care now. We're going to take our last commercial break, gentlemen. And when we return, folks, the conversation will continue. So don't change that dial. Please stay tuned.
You asked, and we listened. The Water Authority's new customer portal is here. The new and improved platform lets you manage your account easily and more independently from a user-friendly design. With the new customer portal, you can view and pay your bill online, schedule bill payments, make payments on multiple accounts at one time, manage tenant and landlord accounts, view your consumption history, make service requests, and so much more. The service is also available to tenant accounts. Visit www.waterauthority.ky to sign up today.
You know, as a little girl, I dreamt of traveling to faraway places and foreign lands. I tell you what though, no more dreaming. I'm going flying with Cayman Airways. How blessed are we in the Cayman Islands to have our very own national airline? Girl, you can fly to so many international destinations without the hassle of connecting flights. On top of Jamaica, Cuba, and Honduras, you got non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, and even Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, and child, they now have bars Barbados. Going to be a little cafe con leche and Hollywood Squares for this old gal.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering non-stop flights for non-stop adventures in Panama, LA, and many more places in between. For details and to book, call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
Healthcare Pharmacy, caring about your health for the past 25 years. Radio Cayman's premier health show.
Alzheimer's and dementia, are they the same disorder?
Yeah, I think that's a very important question.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush. For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
Is heard on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. and on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Brought to you by Healthcare Pharmacy in Grand Harbor, where they care about your health. Transfer and refill your prescription online. Visit healthcarepharmacy.com. or call 947-8900. Healthcare Pharmacy, now with a second location in Governor's Square. Healthcare Pharmacy, where they care about your health.
Speeding is the highest cause of fatalities on Cayman's roads.
Brother, watch how fast my new car goes. Got it.
But what if
he hadn't been speeding?
His friends hadn't been encouraging him. What if we all just took the time to slow down and think? What if, as a community, we rose to the challenge of keeping our roads safe?
What if we all walked the road to zero
and decided no more in 2024?
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're in the last leg of the show this morning with Mr. Alfonso Wright and Mr. Darvin Ebanks in the studio. We have heard from Miss Reba Dilbert, from Miss Nasaria Shillette and Mr. Randy Shillette as well by telephone. They are all participating and recipients of awards on National Heroes Day, which will be this coming Monday, the 22nd, is it?
22nd of January.
22nd of January as well. So, Mr. Fonzo, I'm going to throw the mic back over to you. I know you don't want to be my co-host this morning, but well, you have no other option.
You would wonder a few minutes back, seeing like I was taking it over.
No, don't mind it at all.
Yeah, Celebrate Cayman. I'm here representing Celebrate Cayman. All right, this is really a project of the Ministry of Culture. We are just assisting them with this particular event in the afternoon. But this is really a production of the Ministry of Culture, and we're happy to assist, where we can. The plans are there. Some of these things are still being worked on. But by all accounts, we will have a good day. But all the planning in the world will be in vain if people don't come out to celebrate. So I want to continue to, give this open invitation for people, for those who are recipients, to come out and celebrate and allow people to tell you thanks, to appreciate you for what you receive in the morning, and the public in general, all the districts. It is a holiday in Georgetown, so parking should not be that much of an issue. We know that there will be some road closures because of the event in the morning along 4th Street and Albert Panton Street and so on, and Cardinal Avenue. But Cardinal Avenue is partially blocked now anyhow, so we've gotten used to that. But there will be parking in all of the adjoining parking lots all over the place. There is a cruise ship in on Monday, one ship, but they're scheduled to depart at 4. So by the time these activities start going, the tourists would have been gone. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's not such a good thing, because you'd like them to kind of see what our culture is too. If they were around there, but it creates a little bit of an issue with the stores that have to open to accommodate the tourists and so on. So it's a bit of an issue.
We have a caller. Let's grab the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Yes, good morning, Mr. O'Connor.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. How are you?
Okay, and good morning to your guests also.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I'd just like to mention my earthly father, Mr. Caleb Austin Orrett. He went to sea from the time he was 14 years of age. He graduated in the 1st Cayman Islands Police Force graduation. I think he was at sea for about 25 years. He came back and he worked for Foster's Food Fair for 27 years. And at his funeral, Mr. Woody Foster mentioned that if it wasn't for my earthly father working with them, they would not be where they are today. So I'd just like to mention my earthly father as my hero, Mr. Caleb Austin Orrett. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller.
Thank you.
For that as well. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You, Mr. Buddy, as well.
Okay, I want to give Darvin an opportunity for some closing comments, absolutely. And then we'll come back over to you, Alfonso.
Yes, again, Orrett and Alfonso, just want to say to my native Caymanian people, come out, celebrate on Monday, and enjoy your holiday. Also, I want to thank my Caymanian people for supporting me over the years. You have supported me very, very well. I am grateful for your support with my business. Of course, whenever you want anything, you can just give me a call and come by my gallery or call me and I'll be by there. But I just want to say a big thank you to, especially to my Cayman people for really supporting me over the years. Again, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Funds.
Just to throw out the invitation again. Lots of activities are going on for everybody. It will be fun. A lot of interesting things, lots of games and so on for children, lots of activities on stage. We will have Mr. Darwin there in his pirate regalia, and he's trying to recruit a few more people to come out.
Was part of my crew.
To come out with him. We will have Miss Reba there with some of her award-winning costumes. We are going to have Swanky on stage, Impulse Band, Miss Nasaria Saku, and Randy Gillette, Soke and Ezekiel. There is another local band that we haven't confirmed that yet, but we are working on another local band to be a part of the activities out there. It's been the intention to try and have this over by somewhere around 8 o'clock, but the way it's going, it'll probably be about 9 because a lot of people are wanting to participate in the activities on the evening. So wholesome activity. Graham Rankin will be doing his usual fireworks display somewhere in the evening. Trying to keep that as late as we possibly can because we know the next day is work and children have to go to school. But make some time to come out, even if you can only do a portion of the 4 or 5 hours that we're going to be out there. Come and see what it's like. Come and support the people from your community who are being awarded, who are being recognized. It's open invitation for everybody.
For those who may be driving in, any advice to them as far as parking is concerned? We know it'll be a holiday. Are there any particular private car parks that may be available for the public to use? Will the parking lot behind the library be available? Any suggestions that you want to make?
Well, remember now for the activities that's happening in the morning. The parking, there was some designated parking for people who will come in there. But in the afternoon event, all of those areas will be wide open. We didn't think that we needed to go to seek out special parking because we figured that most of the areas are going to be wide open on Monday. All right, but I will look into that now that you've mentioned it and see if any of these private parking lots are not going to be available, that we can see if we can get permission to use them. Yeah. But come early, leave late, enjoy some good Cayman cooking. The fun, bring the kids, it's something that we know the children will enjoy. But let's remember the reason for the occasion, and that is to celebrate those people who have kept our culture alive, who have worked in this for decades, as sometimes as a hobby, but also for love of country and where we came from.
And they can give due recognition to those persons who are being recognized and awarded by, when they're there circulating, talking with them to them as well. You said there will be photo ops, for people as well.
That's
as well
right.
as some of them will be performing themselves.
Yeah, we will have a photographer out there who will be roaming, and just hail them up. If you see one of our cultural celebrities and you want a photo, just hail them up and take a photo. Those photos will be available, to the general public afterwards.
Okay.
And I also want to encourage people to attend the morning ceremony as well. That is always a spectacular thing. One of the things, Orrett, that the government is doing this year is we will have the company that manufactured the majority of the monuments in Hero Square, all of the busts, and the other big pieces that are out there. I'm not sure which company did Mr. Jim, but the aspirations with the older and younger lady there. The company that made those, they're in here this week doing some refurbishment and all of them. We've never done this before with those pieces that we have out there. So we're having those spruced up, shined up, serviced, refurbished, whatever you want to call it. Those things are going to be looking nice and bright. And that is the goal is that we will have the Cadet Corps work with them on this occasion to learn how to do that, because it's a special treatment you have to do to keep those things. You can't use just any kind of chemical on them.
Brass or something like that, right?
No. So we're hoping that we can get that to where we can manage that locally as well. It may take another visit from them, maybe a 2 or a 3-part training session, but we're hoping that that becomes a part of the local scene, that we don't have to go to individuals overseas to make that happen for us. So the government is doing a lot of good things. They don't talk about it. They can't talk about everything, I guess, but they are doing things on our behalf. And let's support and come out and celebrate our cultural icons on Monday.
It's an
in
opportunity.
The morning and in the afternoon.
Yep, opportunity for us to get together, circulate. We always say that the only time you meet someone these days is if you go up to the hospital or if you go to a funeral or the supermarket. So, here's our day.
That's right.
Our National Heroes Day. Get out there and celebrate it. Celebrate those persons who are being recognized as well. Who knows? Maybe one day you will be recognized.
It may be your turn.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Mr. Fonzo, Mr. Darvin, thank you all very much. Thanks for those persons who called in as well. We want to thank our listeners. We want to remind you that we are our brothers and our sisters' keepers. There is always someone out there who's less fortunate than we are, and you're asked to extend a helping hand to them. If you can't do that, then I suggest you donate to a worthy charity, because we always want to consider those who need, not necessarily those who want or even those who crave. So I say to you, have a great day. Continue to support your radio station, Radio Cayman. Join Sterling Dwayne Ebanks at 12:15 for Talk Today. And as usual, we ask the good Lord to bless these 3 beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the Record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury, and JN Money.
From abroad to yard.
Fast, affordable, convenient. Doctor's Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctor's Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And now, Barbados. And Digicel, Cayman's bigger, better network.
You are listening to Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.